Russell is at the top, the fastest driver of the day, and Max Verstappen topping FP1, the Mercedes driver topping FP2 later, Tim. Are we looking at maybe the start of the resurge from the chasing pack?
Yeah, I won't go that far that it's completely changed, but at least we have a fight on our hands here in Canada. It feels like not only over a single lap where Mercedes was quite quickly in FP2, with George, but also with Kimi. They were both very quick. But Mercedes seems quite quick in short run, but also in the long run. And same for Max Verstappen, who had a tricky FP2, but was very quick in FP1. The long run from Max Verstappen was quick as well. I looked over at the numbers. On average, we have 4 drivers on the same time. Both Verstappen, Norris, Russell and Antonelli did a 1:16.5 over multiple laps, where the Mercedes boys made the biggest impression because they did it over 11 laps. Both Russell and Kimi did a 1:60.0, 1:60 flat, compared to the 1:61s as the fastest times that Max Lando did.
Fred Vasseur coming out a little bit fighting after going into the weekend with the pressure on him. Not the day he'd like, but he's got a feisty spirit.
Frederic Vasseur was quite feisty in the press conference. Of course, there's been a lot of talk in the last week in some Italian media about his future. Yeah. And Frederic Vasseur was very, very pissed during the press conference. He didn't want to speak a lot about it, but was talking about everything that's happening behind scenes and that it's not helping Ferrari to perform. And that's something that he hopes that Italian media sees as well, that they are hurting the team at the moment. That's what Frederic Vasseur described it during the press conference. The people behind the scenes talking about people from Aero, talking about people on engineers, race engineers. It's up to the team to perform and get those fans and those media behind them. That's the way it should work. I'm not always a big fan of managers trying to turn that around, but I liked his spirit because normally he's quite flat. He makes a lot of jokes, but he was quite feisty, and I really liked that about Fred during the presser.
Leclerc crashing really early in FP1 and then the team having to not use the car for FP2. Hamilton is a Montreal specialist, but that's a lot of work for Ferrari.
I'm always a little bit disappointed in Charles because you feel there's so much potential in him to be a very, very great driver. But there's always a few of these moments during a season. And this was another one where it just feels like a brain fart. He thought he could make the corner, and it feels a little bit silly that he tries to make the corner there and hits the wall on the inside. It hinders the performance of Ferrari as well, because now they have only one car to gather data with. And if you look at the long run data from Lewis Hamilton and the short run data from Lewis Hamilton, he was quite off from the pace that McLaren, Mercedes, and also Verstappen had.